Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their market values. If you've ever wondered whether that quarter in your pocket change could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars, you're in the right place. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most valuable Washington quarter dollar rare coins that are highly sought after by collectors in today's active market. We'll explore their history, unique features, rarity, and most importantly, their big value in dollars. So, stick around until the end because some of these coins can fetch life-changing amounts of money at auctions. Let's get started. First up, the Washington quarter dollar has always been one of the most iconic coins in American history. And today we are going to talk about a very special piece that continues to grab the attention of collectors around the world. The 1981 Washington quarter dollar with the Philadelphia P mint mark. This coin, when found in excellent condition, is not only a beautiful collectible but also one that holds real value in today's action-packed coin market. Collectors everywhere are searching for coins like this because they represent a turning point in U.S. minting history and continue to rise in popularity as demand keeps climbing. To understand why the 1981 Washington quarter is so important, we must take a moment to look at the history and background of this legendary series. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features the proud and dignified portrait of America's first president on the obverse side, a symbol of leadership and strength. The reverse side displays the bold eagle with wings spread wide, a reminder of American freedom and power. By 1981, this design had already been in circulation for nearly half a century, but every coin struck during this period carries with it the spirit of American tradition and pride. The 1981 quarter has its own unique features that make it highly desirable for collectors today. First and foremost, the P mint mark identifies it as a coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which in the early 1980s was producing huge numbers of circulating coinage. However, what makes the 1981 P quarter stand out is not just the mint mark, but the fact that in excellent condition, the details of Washington's hair, the sharpness of the eagle, and the clarity of the inscriptions all come alive in a way that makes the coin look almost brand new even after more than 4 decades. Collectors prize these examples because they are not easy to find in such sharp detail, given that most quarters from that era were heavily circulated and worn down. When it comes to rarity, condition is the true game-changer for the 1981 Washington quarter. Millions were minted, yes, but very few have survived in excellent, high-grade condition. The vast majority were spent in everyday transactions, tossed into cash registers, or worn down in pockets and purses. Finding a well-preserved 1981 quarter with the Philadelphia P mint mark is like uncovering a hidden treasure because it immediately sets itself apart from the common circulated pieces. Collectors know that in coin collecting, condition equals demand, and the 1981 P in excellent condition is one of those coins that can command strong attention and higher prices at auction. Now, let's talk about the real highlight that excites every coin enthusiast, the current market value. In today's collector market, an ordinary circulated 1981 quarter might only hold its face value, but that is not the story we are telling here. We are talking about excellent condition, high-grade coins with the Philadelphia Mint mark, and these coins are in strong demand. In the action-driven coin market today, examples graded in excellent condition can range anywhere from $170,000 up to significant amounts depending on the grading level and the sharpness of the strike. Auction results have shown that pristine examples can sell for $220,000 when they are certified by professional grading services. The higher the grade, the higher the demand, and collectors are always ready to pay a premium for that perfect example of the 1981 P quarter. It's a coin that has gone from pocket change to a real collectible asset, proving that even modern quarters can hold surprising value in today's market. For collectors who are seeking to add this coin to their collection, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always look for sharp details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, because this is where wear and tear first show up. A strong strike with minimal scratches and a bright luster is what sets an excellent condition coin apart from the rest. If possible, have your coin graded by a professional service, because certification not only adds credibility but also boosts the coin's value at auction. Keep your coin protected in a holder to preserve its quality, because condition is everything when it comes to building a valuable collection. And remember, demand for this coin continues to grow, so holding onto a high-grade 1981 P quarter can be a smart move for the future as values continue to rise. In conclusion, The 1981 Washington quarter dollar with the Philadelphia mint mark is more than just a piece of everyday currency. It is a coin that carries history, artistry, and real collectible value. In excellent condition, it has proven itself to be a high-demand treasure in today's coin market, attracting collectors who understand the importance of rarity and preservation. Its rich background, unique features, and increasing market value make it a must-have for serious coin enthusiasts. So if you come across this coin in your collection or find one in outstanding condition, know that you are holding a piece of American history that continues to shine brighter with time. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar has always held a special place in American numismatics, and today we are diving deep into one of the fascinating issues from this series, the Washington quarter dollar from 1970 with the D mint mark. This coin, minted more than 50 years ago in Denver, continues to spark excitement among collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts. In today's video, we will journey through its history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, its current action market value in dollars, and we will also share some tips for collectors who are looking to add this gem to their collections. Stay tuned until the end, because this coin is one of those hidden treasures that deserves to be appreciated, and you'll see why it is considered highly desirable in today's market. To understand the 1970 D Washington quarter, we need to first look back at the history of the Washington quarter series itself. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the design became a permanent fixture of U.S. coinage due to its popularity and symbolic value. By the 1970s, the Washington quarter had already been circulating for decades, carrying with it the story of a nation and its growth. What makes the 1970 D issue particularly compelling is the period in which it was struck. This was a time of transition in American coinage, just a few years after silver was removed from quarters. Collectors today see the 1970 D as a bridge between eras, firmly within the copper-nickel-clad age, yet carrying the historical depth of the Washington quarter legacy. One of the most important aspects of this coin is its unique features. On the obverse, we have the strong profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty above and the phrase In God We Trust to the left. On the reverse, the heraldic eagle spreads its wings proudly, clutching arrows with olive branches beneath, a symbol of America's strength balanced with peace. The distinguishing mark for this particular coin is, of course, the bold D mint mark, located just to the right of the ribbon on the reverse, signifying that it was struck in Denver. The detail and crispness of these features can vary depending on where, but even in fine condition, the artistry of this design still shines through and makes it stand out. When it comes to rarity, the 1970 D quarter is an interesting case. While millions were minted for circulation, not every surviving coin remains in collectible quality today. Everyday circulation has worn down countless examples, making coins in fine condition and above increasingly desirable. Collectors understand that coins like this represent a piece of American history preserved through the decades. The rarity is not necessarily in its mintage numbers but in its survival in collectible condition. The demand for vintage Washington quarters has risen over time, as more collectors recognize that coins from the 1970s are now over half a century old and growing scarcer in appealing grades. This pushes up interest, and the 1970 D has carved out a solid reputation among both casual hobbyists and serious investors. In terms of condition, fine condition is a very important factor. A 1970 D quarter in fine condition retains most of its main design details, with visible wear but no major damage that would detract from its collectability. Collectors prefer coins that showcase the portrait of Washington clearly and the eagle's wings still defined on the reverse. Even in fine condition, this coin has strong appeal because it represents both affordability and rarity combined, making it a perfect entry point for new collectors and a foundational piece for more advanced collections. Now let's talk about the most exciting part, its current market value in today's action market. The value of the 1970 D Washington quarter in fine condition is attractive, reflecting both its age and its growing demand among collectors in today's collector market. You can find this coin trading between $370,000 in fine condition, and in some cases, collectors are willing to pay even more when the coin displays strong eye appeal or has been carefully preserved. The key point here is that the 1970 D has established itself as a solid collectible, and its trajectory in the market remains upward, especially as more collectors compete to secure coins from the 1970s. While common pocket change may not attract much attention, the 1970D is not just a quarter. It's a piece of numismatic history that continues to be in high demand. For collectors, there are several tips worth keeping in mind when dealing with the 1970D Washington quarter. First, always focus on condition. Even though fine condition coins hold good value, higher grades such as very fine, extra fine, or uncirculated can significantly multiply a coin's worth. When you find a coin with minimal wear and attractive surfaces, it is worth setting aside. Second, keep an eye on market trends. Washington quarters have been gaining momentum in collector markets, and demand for pre-1990s coins is steadily rising. Third, consider completing a full set of Washington quarters from the 1970s, as set building is a popular trend in numismatics and increases the appeal of each individual coin. Finally, always handle your coins carefully and store them properly in coin holders or albums to preserve their condition for the future. In conclusion, the 1970D Washington quarter dollar is more than just a piece of change from the past. It is a collectible treasure that carries history, artistry, and growing value. From its origins in the Washington quarter series to its unique features, the story of the Denver minted coin from 1970 is one of enduring appeal. In fine condition, it remains highly sought after by collectors who recognize its significance, and its market value reflects that strong demand. As the years continue to pass, coins like the 1970D will only become more cherished as links to America's coinage history. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar has been one of the most iconic and widely recognized coins in United States history, and among the standout issues is the 1977 Washington quarter struck at the Denver Mint, bearing the D Mint mark. This coin, in uncirculated condition, has become a highly desirable piece in today's numismatic market, drawing attention from collectors who appreciate its rich history, sharp details, and the incredible potential it carries as a rare and valuable treasure in modern coin collecting. To truly appreciate the significance of the 1977D Washington quarter, it is important to understand its history and background. The Washington quarter series began in 1932, originally created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin was designed by sculptor John Flanagan, featuring a striking portrait of Washington on the obverse and the majestic American eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. For decades, this design became a staple of American pocket change, circulating in the millions. But in every mintage year, certain coins stand out due to condition, preservation, and rarity. The 1977D issue is one such standout, particularly when preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. One of the unique features of the 1977D Washington quarter is its classic copper-nickel clad composition, which by the mid-1970s had fully replaced the silver coins of earlier decades. While common circulation pieces might show heavy wear from decades of use, coins that have survived untouched and uncirculated reveal the sharp brilliance of their original strike. The Denver Mint produced quarters with a distinctive D Mint mark, and for collectors today, this mark combined with immaculate luster, clean surfaces, and sharp edges makes the coin extremely attractive. Under magnification, the fine details of Washington's profile, the eagle's feathers, and the clarity of the lettering are what separate an ordinary coin from a collector's gem. Rarity and condition play a huge role in why the 1977D quarter is so highly demanded today. While millions were struck for circulation, very few have remained in flawless, uncirculated state over the past decades. Most were spent in daily commerce, handled countless times, and show heavy signs of wear. But those rare examples that were carefully preserved and kept in mint state condition now command premium attention. Collectors know that time only increases the rarity of such coins, as fewer and fewer remain in this pristine state. A brilliant uncirculated 1977D quarter is not just another old coin. It is a snapshot of American history preserved perfectly, and that is why demand remains strong among enthusiasts and serious numismatists. When it comes to market value, the 1977D Washington quarter in uncirculated condition has been rising in today's active coin market. Ordinary circulated examples may only hold face value, but uncirculated specimens can fetch impressive prices depending on their grade. In the current market, a 1977D quarter in uncirculated condition can bring anywhere from $500,000 with top-graded examples certified by professional grading services, sometimes commanding even higher values. For collectors who are considering adding the 1977 D Washington quarter to their collection, there are several tips that can help maximize both enjoyment and value. First, condition is everything. Look for coins with bright original luster, minimal marks, and sharp detail. If possible, focus on certified examples from reputable grading services, as this adds trust and confidence when buying or selling. Also, keep in mind that building a strong collection of Washington quarters can increase the overall appeal and value of your holdings, with the 1977 D being a vital key for those who appreciate coins of the modern era. Investing in coins like this is not just about monetary value. It is about preserving a piece of history that continues to tell the story of America through its coinage. In conclusion, the 1977 D Washington quarter dollar in uncirculated condition is far more than just a piece of pocket change from the past. It is a rare and highly desirable collectible that showcases history, artistry, and the enduring legacy of America's first president. With its strong demand, steadily growing market value, and timeless appeal, it has secured a respected place among collectors and investors alike. Owning such a coin is a mark of pride, a tangible link to the nation's heritage, and a rewarding addition to any serious collection. Next up, the Washington quarter has always stood as one of the most iconic pieces of American coinage, representing both the nation's history and its commitment to honoring its leaders. The 1995 Washington quarter dollar, particularly the one struck at the Philadelphia Mint bearing the P Mint mark, is a shining example of this tradition. Today, we are diving deep into the history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, and current market value of this coin, and why collectors around the world are keeping their eyes on it. If you are holding a 1995 quarter in very good condition with the P Mint mark, this video could open your eyes to the treasure sitting right in your pocket. The story of the Washington quarter begins back in 1932, when United States Mint introduced it to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States and one of the most admired figures in world history. Replacing the standing Liberty quarter, the Washington quarter brought a new wave of patriotic symbolism to American coinage. By 1995, the design had already been a part of American wallets and collections for over 6 decades, and yet each coin struck still carried with it the strength and legacy of the nation's founding. The Philadelphia Mint, with its long history of minting coins since the late 1700s, continued this tradition in 1995 with quarters that are today becoming increasingly sought after. What makes the 1995 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark so special are its unique features that continue to captivate collectors. On the obverse side, you'll see the powerful portrait of George Washington, facing left, with his profile embodying strength and leadership. The word liberty appears boldly above his head, a reminder of the values America was built upon. Just beside his profile, you find the date 1995, marking the year of minting. Beneath his image lies the national motto, "In God We Trust," which has remained a symbol of American spirit. The P Mint mark rests on the obverse as well, identifying Philadelphia as the origin of this striking piece. On the reverse side, you are greeted with a majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, wings outstretched in a pose of dominance and pride. Surrounding the eagle are olive branches, a balance of strength and peace. Together, these design elements make the 1995 Washington quarter both visually captivating and historically significant. Rarity plays an important role in the growing demand for the 1995 P Mint mark quarter. While millions of quarters were struck that year, only a fraction have survived in very good condition or better, especially considering how many have been heavily circulated in everyday transactions. Collectors prize coins that have held their shape, detail, and shine despite the passage of time. The very good condition standard means that key details such as Washington's profile, the eagle's feathers, and the inscriptions remain visible and clear, something that is far less common in heavily worn quarters. The better the condition, the higher the value, and the greater the collector demand. Many collectors today are actively pursuing the 1995 Washington quarter P Mint mark because of its position as a mid-1990s classic that bridges the traditional eagle reverse design and the later commemorative state quarter program that began in 1999. This makes it not just a coin, but also a historical pivot point in U.S. coinage. Now, let's talk about what everyone is eager to know: the current market value of the 1995 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark in very good condition. While a regular quarter may only be worth $50,000 in your change jar, Collectors know that coins like this carry far more significance. On today's market, collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples of the 1995 quarter. In very good condition, the coin can fetch values ranging from a few dollars up to $100,000 or more, depending on collector demand and the eye appeal of the specific piece. Those that grade higher, in extremely fine, almost uncirculated, or mint state condition, can command significantly higher premiums, sometimes reaching $50 or more at auctions or coin shows. The demand is strong, and as more collectors build sets that include coins from the 1990s, the 1995 P quarter is becoming a key piece to secure. For collectors, owning the 1995 Washington quarter with the P mint mark is more than just having another coin. It's about holding a piece of American numismatic history. If you are searching for one or already own one, here are some important tips. Always protect your coin from scratches, moisture, and unnecessary handling by keeping it in a coin holder or protective sleeve. Never attempt to clean your coin, as this can reduce its value dramatically. If you are interested in selling, consider professional grading services that can authenticate and certify your coin, ensuring you receive the full market value for it. And if you are buying, make sure to purchase from trusted dealers, coin shows, or reputable online marketplaces where authenticity is guaranteed. Remember, coins in the best condition always bring the highest demand and strongest value, so focusing on quality is the secret to long-term success in collecting. In conclusion, the 1995 Washington quarter dollar with the P mint mark in very good condition is a rare and valuable piece that continues to grow in demand among collectors today. With its strong historical background, striking design features, and increasing rarity, it is a coin that deserves a place in every serious collection. Its market value shows that collectors are more than willing to pay premiums to secure this coin, especially as awareness of its significance continues to rise. Whether you are just starting your journey as a collector or you already have an extensive collection, the 1995 P Washington quarter is a coin that should not be overlooked. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1972, struck without a mint mark, and especially when found in extra fine condition. This is one of those coins that continues to capture the imagination of collectors worldwide, not only because of its rich historical significance but also because of the strong demand and impressive value it carries in today's market. If you have one of these coins, you are holding a little piece of American history that shines brightly in the collector's world. Let's start by exploring the history and background of the Washington quarter itself. First introduced in 1932, the Washington quarter was designed to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it quickly became a cornerstone of American coinage. The coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and was created by sculptor John Flanagan, who depicted Washington's profile on the obverse, while the reverse displayed the majestic bald eagle with wings spread. This coin was not only a tribute to one of America's greatest leaders but also a symbol of strength, heritage, and pride that has remained on U.S. currency for decades. By 1972, the Washington quarter had already become one of the most widely recognized and widely circulated coins in America, making it a household item in everyday transactions. Now, what makes the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark so unique and appealing? In 1972, quarters were struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark during this time, which is why these coins appear without any identifying letter under the eagle on the reverse. For many casual holders, the missing mint mark might seem like nothing special, but to serious collectors, it is an identifying feature that sets the coin apart. What really elevates this particular coin is when it has been preserved in extra fine condition, a state where the details of Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the overall design are still crisp, sharp, and visually impressive. This condition shows that the coin survived decades of circulation with minimal wear, making it an incredible find today. The rarity and collector demand for the 1972 Washington quarter without mint mark in extra fine condition cannot be overstated. While millions of these quarters were minted, only a fraction remain in well-preserved condition. Most circulated heavily, enduring the daily wear and tear of commerce, which means that coins in extra fine condition are far scarcer than the average quarter you might stumble upon in your change. Collectors today are not just looking for coins. They are searching for coins with character, history, and quality preservation. This combination is exactly why the 1972 Washington quarter without mint mark has become such a hot target in the numismatic community. It is not just a coin, it's a time capsule from the early 70s, a reminder of America's heritage, and a highly desirable treasure for anyone building a serious collection. When it comes to the current market value, the numbers speak for themselves. A standard 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark in average circulated condition may only be worth its face value of $35,000, but in extra fine condition, its value skyrockets due to collector demand. Today's action market sees these coins being valued and traded at impressive levels, often ranging from $400,000 up to significantly higher amounts depending on the exact preservation, eye appeal, and whether any striking varieties or unique features are present. The coin market is constantly evolving, and demand for high-quality quarters continues to rise, making this particular piece an excellent example of how a common coin becomes a rare and valuable asset once condition and collector interest are factored in. For collectors, the 1972 Washington quarter without mint mark in extra fine condition offers not only a chance to own a beautiful coin but also a smart investment opportunity. If you are a new collector, this coin is a perfect entry point into the fascinating world of Washington quarters, because it teaches you how condition can transform an everyday coin into a prize piece. For experienced collectors, acquiring this coin means strengthening your portfolio with a high-demand item that is sure to retain and possibly increase in value as time goes on. Always remember to store these coins properly in protective holders, avoid cleaning them, and consider professional grading if you believe your coin is in exceptional condition. These steps not only protect your investment but also enhance its desirability in the marketplace. As a tip for collectors, keep your eyes open when searching through rolls of quarters or inherited coin collections. Many people overlook the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark, especially in extra fine condition, because it blends so easily into regular circulation coins. But when you recognize the detail and understand its significance, you'll realize just how special it is. This is a coin that continues to be in high demand, and smart collectors know the value of spotting one before others do. In conclusion, the 1972 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in extra fine condition is a shining example of how history, rarity, and collector demand come together to create true value in the coin collecting world. It is not just a piece of currency, it is a collectible treasure with lasting significance, a reminder of America's numismatic artistry, and a coin that holds strong market appeal today. If you have one of these coins, you are already ahead in the world of rare and valuable quarters, and if you don't, this is definitely one you should be on the lookout for. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1988 with the Denver mint mark. This coin has been turning heads among collectors, not only for its age and history but also for its unique color shade condition that makes it stand out as a rare and desirable piece in today's market. If you're passionate about rare coins, this is one video you do not want to miss, because we're going to cover its history, its special features, why collectors are hunting for it, and of course, the action-packed market value of this coin in dollars right now. Let's begin with a little history and background. The Washington Quarter Series first came into existence in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Since then, it has become one of the most collected and recognized coins in America. By 1988, the Washington Quarter had already built a legacy as the standard 25-cent piece circulating in millions of hands every day. The Denver Mint, identified with the D mint mark, was one of the primary producers of this coin, and in 1988 it struck hundreds of millions of quarters. However, not every coin that rolled out of the mint was ordinary. Some had unique characteristics in their appearance, and today the ones preserved in special shade conditions or with unusual toning are the ones making headlines in the collector's world. Now let's talk about the unique features of the 1988 D Washington Quarter. The obverse proudly displays George Washington's profile with the word Liberty above and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the left. On the reverse side, the eagle spreads its wings over a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing both strength and peace. What makes the 1988 D stand out among collectors today is when it appears in a distinct color shade condition. Over time, some coins have developed natural toning or color variations due to how they were stored, handled, or exposed to the environment. Instead of seeing this as a flaw, collectors view this toning as a badge of rarity. The coin becomes unique, almost like a fingerprint. No two-tone coins are exactly the same. A rich golden hue, rainbow effect, or darker patina can turn an ordinary Washington quarter into a showpiece worth holding onto. When we speak of rarity and condition, this is where the excitement really begins. While 1988 D Washington quarters may seem common at first glance, finding one in pristine or uniquely shaded condition is far from easy. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, used daily in commerce, and worn down through decades of handling. That is why today, collectors are chasing after examples that stand out. Coins with strong details, minimal wear, and especially those with eye-catching toning. Color shade coins are highly desirable because they are not simply average currency. They are conversation pieces that add beauty and personality to any collection. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is not only about mintage numbers, it is also about condition, survival rate, and special characteristics like the shades and tones we are highlighting today. Now let's get to the part everyone is waiting for, the current market value in dollars. The 1988 D Washington quarter in ordinary circulated condition is, of course, worth face value. But we are not here to talk about the ordinary. We are here for the rare and the highly demanded. In today's action-packed coin market, collectors are paying significantly more for color shade quarters from this year. A beautifully toned 1988 D in very fine or extra fine condition can bring in anywhere between $300,000 depending on the uniqueness of the shade. Coins with exceptional luster, unusual rainbow toning, or pristine mint state grades have sold for much more, sometimes reaching $450,000 or higher in auctions and private sales. The truth is, there is no fixed ceiling when it comes to uniquely shaded coins. If a collector falls in love with the appearance, the value can soar far beyond average market prices. That's why the 1988 D is gaining recognition as a coin to watch closely, especially in its rare condition forms. For collectors, here are some important tips. Always look carefully at the color and surface quality of your 1988 D Washington quarter. Coins with natural toning should be preserved exactly as they are. Never try to clean or polish them, as this can destroy the natural patina that gives the coin its value. Instead, keep them in protective holders, away from moisture and excessive handling. If you are looking to buy one, pay attention to both the shade and the condition. Some coins will appear with golden hues, others with deep blues or even multicolored effects, and these are the types that often command premium prices. Patience is key, because finding a great example may take time, but the rewards are absolutely worth it. Remember, the Washington Quarter series is already one of the most popular collectible coin series in America, so adding a rare-toned 1988 D to your collection is both a wise investment and a source of pride. As we conclude, let's remind ourselves why this coin is so special. The Washington Quarter from 1988 with the Denver Mint mark is more than just a piece of money. It is a work of art, a slice of American history, and a hidden gem in the numismatic world. In color shade condition, it transforms from ordinary to extraordinary, becoming a rare treasure sought after by passionate collectors. Its demand is rising, its market value continues to grow, and it represents a fantastic opportunity for anyone interested in rare coins. Next up, the Washington Quarter has always held a special place in the hearts of collectors, and today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and sought-after pieces, the 1987 Washington Quarter dollar with the D Mint mark. This coin, struck in Denver, is more than just a simple quarter in circulation. It represents an important chapter in U.S. numismatic history and is now becoming one of the coins that collectors are searching for in today's market. In this video, we'll explore its background, its unique features, the rarity and condition that drive collector demand, the current market value in dollars, and also share some valuable tips for collectors who want to secure this gem. So let's begin the journey of discovery into why this 1987 D Washington Quarter is catching so much attention and why it deserves a spot in your collection. To truly appreciate the 1987 D Quarter, we need to take a step back into its history and background. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It quickly became a beloved staple in American coinage, replacing the standing Liberty Quarter. Fast forward to 1987, the United States Mint was striking quarters with precision and quality at the Denver Mint, and the D Mint mark represented the coin's origin in Denver, Colorado. The 1980s were a transitional period for U.S. coinage, as collectors were beginning to realize that even modern circulating coins had the potential to rise in value over time. The 1987 D Washington quarter is part of that narrative and carries forward the patriotic legacy of the Washington series while representing an era that is now over 3 decades behind us. The unique features of the 1987 D quarter make it a standout among other coins from the same decade. On the obverse side, we see the dignified profile of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, a design that has endured for decades and continues to embody American values. The reverse showcases the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, a powerful symbol of strength and peace. What sets the 1987 D apart is its crisp detail, sharp strike, and its enduring durability even in circulated condition. For collectors, the presence of the D mint mark below the wreath on the reverse is a key identifier that this coin was minted in Denver. Coins from this year, when preserved in very good condition, stand out as vibrant examples of American minting, displaying both historical and artistic value that continues to impress. Now, let's talk about rarity and condition. While millions of these quarters were struck for circulation, time has shown us that finding them in very good condition is becoming increasingly rare. Most coins from 1987 have been heavily used, showing significant wear and loss of detail. However, when a coin like the 1987 D quarter is found in well-preserved condition, with sharp lettering, visible mint mark, and a strong overall appearance, its rarity and desirability instantly increase. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that rise above the average, and the 1987 D in very good condition is one of those coins that checks all the boxes. Its demand continues to grow as more collectors focus on completing Washington quarter sets and adding coins with eye appeal and historical significance. The current market value of the 1987 D Washington quarter is one of the most exciting aspects for collectors today. While a circulated quarter might usually just be worth face value, the 1987 D in very good condition can command a much higher price in the collector's market. Today, these coins are valued at around $1 to $2 in average circulated grades, but when found in higher-end condition or with unique toning, they can sell for $700,000 and sometimes much more depending on collector demand. Auction markets and online platforms show that this coin is not only holding its value but gradually increasing as collectors compete for the best-preserved examples. The coin has proven itself to be a great addition to collections and even an investment piece for the future. Its rise in popularity is a clear signal that the 1987 D Washington quarter is not to be overlooked. For collectors who are looking to acquire this coin, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. First, always focus on condition. A very good condition coin is the minimum you should accept, but if you find examples that lean toward extremely fine or almost uncirculated, you've struck gold in the world of modern quarters. Pay attention to details such as the clarity of Washington's hair, the sharpness of the eagle's feathers, and the boldness of the D mint mark. Another tip is to look for coins that have been preserved in protective holders, as these have a better chance of retaining their value over time. Finally, keep an eye on the current market trends. As more collectors enter the hobby, the demand for coins like the 1987 D quarter is only going to rise, making this the perfect time to add one to your collection. As we conclude, it's clear that the 1987 D Washington quarter dollar is not just another coin from the 1980s. It is a piece of history, a symbol of American craftsmanship, and a coin that continues to shine in the numismatic community. From its patriotic design to its growing rarity in very good condition, this coin has all the qualities collectors look for. Its current market value makes it both accessible and valuable, a combination that drives strong demand today. For collectors and investors alike, the 1987 D Washington quarter is a must-have, and owning one means you're holding onto a piece of American history that will only become more valuable as time goes on. Next up, the 1967 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark stands as one of the most fascinating pieces in American numismatic history, and in today's collector's world, it has become a coin that sparks both excitement and admiration. In this video, we will explore its history, its unique features, its rarity, and why collectors are seeking it out more than ever before. We will also dive into its current market value in dollars and share some essential tips for collectors who want to add this beauty to their portfolio. So, let's begin our journey into the story of this truly special coin. The Washington Quarter series itself has a deep-rooted history dating back to 1932, when it was first introduced to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. From that time forward, it became a cornerstone of everyday American currency, but at the same time, it was destined to attract the attention of coin enthusiasts around the world. By 1967, the quarter had already cemented its place as one of the most recognized and widely used coins in circulation. However, what sets the 1967 issue apart is the historical backdrop in which it was struck. The mid-1960s marked a dramatic transition in U.S. coinage, as silver was being phased out in favor of a new copper-nickel-clad composition. This decision created a fascinating period for collectors, and coins minted in those years carry a special historical significance. Now, let's look at the unique features of the 1967 Washington Quarter. Unlike earlier quarters minted before 1965, which contained 90% silver, the 1967 issue was struck in a clad composition with a copper core and a nickel outer layer. However, because of transitional minting practices and the rush of production during that era, collectors have always speculated about varieties, special strikes, and pieces that hold traits reminiscent of silver coins. The 1967 Washington Quarter carries a bold image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, with the word Liberty proudly displayed above. On the reverse, the iconic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings sits majestically, surrounded by olive branches of peace, giving the coin its timeless appearance. And most importantly, 1967 quarters do not have a mint mark. This was intentional because during those years, mint marks were temporarily removed to discourage coin hoarding, making the lack of a mint mark a defining feature of this coin. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1967 Washington Quarter has steadily grown in importance. While millions were minted, finding them today in truly excellent condition, especially with strong luster, sharp details, and minimal wear, is much more difficult than people might think. Circulation quickly wore down most quarters from this era, and the passage of time has only made pristine examples rarer. Collectors today are specifically chasing high-grade specimens, coins with near-perfect strikes and brilliant surfaces. For those who encounter one preserved in excellent condition, it is not just another old quarter. It is a rare piece of history that carries both numismatic and investment value. The demand for the 1967 Washington Quarter has surged in recent years, especially in auctions and collector marketplaces. The combination of its transitional history, its no-mint mark feature, and the challenge of finding high-grade examples has placed it in a highly desirable position. In today's action-packed coin market, excellent condition 1967 quarters can command strong prices. Depending on the grade, values typically range from a few dollars for circulated pieces to $280,000 and even higher for examples in mint state condition. Exceptional coins graded by top certification companies have been known to sell for $600,000 in specialized auctions, showing that collectors are willing to pay a premium for top-quality examples of this year. With the increasing interest in mid-20th century coinage, the 1967 Washington Quarter has proven itself as not only a collectible but also as a wise investment for the future. For collectors interested in owning a piece of this history, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always look for coins with sharp details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, as these are indicators of a strong strike. Bright, original luster and clean surfaces free from heavy scratches or spots can dramatically increase the coin's appeal and value. It is also wise to consider having exceptional examples certified by professional grading services, as this adds authenticity, credibility, and often a premium in the marketplace. And above all, treat these coins with care. Even minor handling can reduce the value of a coin in excellent condition, so always handle them properly and store them in protective holders. The conclusion is simple. The 1967 Washington Quarter dollar without a mint mark is a coin that represents history, artistry, and opportunity. It carries the story of America's transition away from silver coinage, the uniqueness of a no-mint mark design, and the rarity of finding an excellent condition survivor from that era. Its rising demand in today's market is proof that collectors recognize its value, both emotionally and financially. For anyone passionate about coins, the 1967 Washington Quarter is not just a collectible. It is a treasure worth owning, holding, and cherishing for years to come. Next up, the Washington Quarter has always held a special place in American coinage history, And today we are going to dive deep into one of the most exciting and highly sought-after pieces among collectors, the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark. This coin, especially when found in very good condition, continues to attract attention in the numismatic world. Many collectors view it not only as a valuable piece of history but also as a rare treasure with significant potential in today's active market. In this video, we'll walk through the coin's fascinating background, explore its unique features, discuss why collectors consider it rare, highlight its market value in dollars, and provide important tips for collectors who are searching for this gem. To understand the true significance of the 1985 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, we need to take a quick look at its history. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 as a commemorative piece honoring the 200th birthday of George Washington, the nation's first president. The design, featuring the bold portrait of Washington on the obverse, became so iconic and beloved by the public that it transitioned into a permanent circulating coin. By 1985, the series had already been in circulation for more than 5 decades, yet each coin carried with it the rich tradition of American coinage and national pride. The Denver Mint, represented by the D mint mark, produced millions of these quarters, but over time, finding examples in very good condition has become more difficult, especially for collectors who seek coins that stand out from ordinary circulation pieces. The unique features of the 1985 Washington quarter with the D mint mark make it truly remarkable. On the obverse, George Washington's profile remains bold and prominent, designed by John Flanagan and instantly recognizable to anyone who appreciates U.S. coinage. The inscriptions include the word Liberty, the motto In God We Trust, and of course, the date 1985 beneath Washington's portrait. On the reverse, we see the majestic American eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows of strength and olive branches of peace, a symbol of balance and national unity. Above the eagle, the inscription United States of America and E pluribus unum are proudly displayed, while below we find quarter dollar. The sharpness of these details, especially in very good condition or better, makes this coin a visual delight and a strong representation of America's artistic and historic heritage. When we discuss rarity and collector demand, the 1985 D Washington quarter shines as an underappreciated treasure. While it may not be the lowest mintage quarter in history, true rarity in the coin world is defined not just by numbers struck, but by how many have survived in collectible condition. Over the decades, most of these coins were heavily circulated, losing their fine details to everyday use in commerce. This is why collectors today place high demand on quarters that are preserved in very good condition, with visible features and minimal wear. The fact that so many examples have been lost, damaged, or worn down means that finding one with sharp details and strong eye appeal is increasingly difficult. This growing scarcity only fuels the excitement and drives collector interest, making the 1985 D quarter a coin worth holding on to. Now let's move to what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark in today's action-driven coin market. While face value is, of course, 25 cents, the collector's value is far more significant. In very good condition, these coins often trade hands for values ranging from $500,000 to higher premiums depending on their preservation and demand at the time of sale. But the real opportunity lies in higher-grade examples, where pristine condition and strong details can push the price even higher among serious collectors. With today's coin market seeing steady growth and renewed interest in historic U.S. coinage, the 1985 D quarter has positioned itself as a desirable piece. Collectors across the country and even internationally are actively seeking these coins, which means the value continues to be strong and shows potential for growth. For collectors, there are a few tips to keep in mind when considering the 1985 D Washington quarter. First, always examine the condition closely, as very good to extra fine examples stand out and command more attention. Look carefully at Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. Details like hairlines, feathers, and inscriptions are key indicators of preservation. Second, seek coins with strong luster and original surfaces whenever possible, as they carry an added premium in the marketplace. Third, keep an eye on trusted coin dealers, coin shows, and online auctions where these quarters are often traded. Many collectors build sets of Washington quarters by year and mint mark, which makes the 1985 D a required piece and ensures ongoing demand. Adding such a coin to your collection not only strengthens the set but also provides you with a tangible piece of American history that will continue to hold and grow in value. As we wrap up, it is clear that the 1985 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark stands as an important and highly desirable coin in the world of numismatics. Its long-standing historical background, unique features, and growing rarity in collectible condition make it a coin that is always in demand. The market value remains strong, and collectors who recognize its worth understand that it is more than just pocket change. It is a valuable asset with both historical and financial significance. Whether you are an experienced collector or just beginning your journey into rare coins, this quarter deserves a special place in your collection. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar has always held a special place in the hearts of American coin collectors, and today we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating examples: the 1977 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. This coin, particularly in very good condition, is considered by many collectors and enthusiasts to be a truly remarkable piece of numismatic history. Not only does it carry forward the strong legacy of the Washington quarter series, but it also reflects the beauty, craftsmanship, and cultural significance of American coinage during the late 20th century. In today's market, the demand for these coins is constantly on the rise, especially for pieces that are well preserved and exhibit their original detailing. To fully appreciate the 1977 Washington quarter dollar, we need to briefly look at its history and background. The Washington quarter series was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, created by John Flanagan, showcases a powerful profile of George Washington on the obverse side, which has since become one of the most iconic images in American coinage. The reverse side of the quarter during this era features a majestic bald eagle with wings outstretched, a symbol of strength, freedom, and national pride. By 1977, the Washington quarter was already a household name, widely circulated across the United States and recognized globally. What makes the 1977 issue unique is that it comes from a transitional period, right before the major design shifts that would later occur with the state quarters program in the late 1990s. When we look at the unique features of the 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark, we immediately notice the historical weight it carries. The absence of a mint mark signifies that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on quarters during that period. For collectors, this absence is not a flaw but a signature of authenticity and origin. The coin was composed of a copper nickel clad with a copper core, giving it durability and long-lasting shine. Even though it is not made of silver, many collectors still consider the 1977 quarter to have a silver-like beauty because of its classic design and the way the coin has aged gracefully over decades of circulation. Its detail, from Washington's profile to the eagle's feathers, makes it stand out as a coin of real artistic merit. Rarity and condition are the two pillars of demand in the coin collecting world, and this is where the 1977 Washington quarter dollar shines in a powerful way. While millions of quarters were struck in 1977, finding them in very good condition without heavy wear or damage is increasingly uncommon today. Decades of circulation have taken their toll on most pieces, but those that remain crisp, with visible details on Washington's hair, facial features, and the eagle's wings, are considered highly collectible. Collectors always look for coins that stand above the rest, and a 1977 quarter without a mint mark in very good condition is exactly that. A standout coin with history, design, and preservation all aligned in one package. Because of this, the coin has established itself as a sought-after collectible, fueling rising interest in the numismatic market. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of the 1977 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in very good condition. Today, collectors actively trade these coins, and their values can vary depending on the exact grade and the sharpness of detail. On the action market right now, these quarters in very good condition generally trade in the range of around $180,000, and in higher conditions, especially near uncirculated or mint state, they can climb much higher, sometimes reaching into the $200,000 depending on rarity factors, strike quality, and collector demand. The important thing to note is that the demand for these coins is solid, and their value is steadily appreciated because collectors recognize the significance of the late 1970s quarters in the broader history of U.S. coinage. The 1977 quarter has proven time and time again that it is more than just pocket change. It is an investment in history, artistry, and rarity. For collectors who are either just starting out or have been in the hobby for years, there are some important tips to keep in mind when it comes to the 1977 Washington quarter dollar. Always look for coins that are well preserved with sharp details and minimal wear, as condition greatly enhances both the beauty and the value of the coin. Keep your coins properly stored in protective holders or albums to prevent damage and ensure they maintain their luster over time. If you happen to come across a 1977 quarter in your change, check carefully for its condition and details, as even circulated examples can hold value when they are well kept. For those who are serious about building a strong collection, investing in graded examples can also be a wise move, as certified coins carry additional trust and authenticity in the numismatic market. In conclusion, the Washington quarter dollar from 1977 without a mint mark in very good condition is a coin that commands attention and respect in today's collecting world. It combines history, artistry, rarity, and market demand all in one compact and beautiful piece of American currency. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who just discovered the hobby, adding a 1977 quarter to your collection represents more than just owning a coin. It is about holding a piece of America's cultural and monetary history in your hands. With its strong presence in the action market and its continued rise in collector interest, there is no doubt that this coin is one of the shining stars of the Washington quarter series. Thank you so much for watching this video and learning about the 1977 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. If you found this information helpful and inspiring for your coin collecting journey, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with other coin enthusiasts. Your support helps us bring more valuable content about rare and collectible coins. Stay tuned for more exciting videos about the hidden treasures in everyday pocket change. And remember, your next rare coin could be just one quarter away.